Hello students, in the last video we have started with the first chapter, rational and irrational numbers. We learned different definitions of numbers like natural number, whole number, integers and even rational number. So students, what is rational number? Rational number we had defined in the last video. Any number when we write in the form of m upon m such that m can be any integer but n will be a non-zero integer. Such number is called as a rational number. We also had started plotting, showing rational number on the number line. With that we had started with practice set 1.1. So practice set 1.1, now we shall continue with it. Practice set 1.1. Question first, second one. As first one we had already done in the last video. Now in question first, second one, we have to show the rational number on this number line, that is 7 upon 5, minus 2 upon 5 and minus 4 upon 5. I have already drawn the number line as so that we won't waste much time. Now see students, 7 upon 5, minus 2 upon 5 and minus 4 upon 5. As in the last video I had said, first thing, whenever you have to show any rational number on the number line, first thing you have to see the denominator. Now here in this case the denominator is 5. So 5 minus 1, that is equal to 4. So you are going to draw 4 lines in between one unit. Okay, or in other way you can understand, you have to divide one unit into 5 equal parts. So here I have shown the equal parts with red color, that is 4 lines I have shown, 1, 2, 3, 4. Same way I have shown, we have divided this unit also in 5 equal parts by drawing 4 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, see 1, 2, 3, 4. Same way we have drawn, we have divided one unit in equal parts, that is, now here denominator is 5. So see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the first number is 7 upon 5. Since it is a positive number, so we need to move on the right side of the 0. Now see children, right side of 0, this is 0. This will be 1 upon 5, 2 upon 5, 3, 4 upon 5, 5 upon 5. 6 upon 5, 7 upon 5. So this is your number 7 upon 5. Now this you can denote, this is your 7 upon 5 and this you can denote by any letter for your convenience. So the first number is 7 upon 5. Now you can see the next number is minus 2 upon 5. So now see children, it is minus number. So we have to move to the left side of 0. That means the first number here, this is minus 1 upon 5 and this is minus 2 upon 5. So this is the required number, we can say B. Minus 2 upon 5. Then the next number is minus 4 upon 5. So here will be minus 3 upon 5, minus 4 upon 5. So this is your minus 4 upon 5. You can see this minus 4 upon 5. This is minus 2 upon 5. We can denote it by letter C. So here your A represents 7 upon 5. B represent, here you can write A shows 7 upon 5. B shows the number minus 2 upon 5 and C denotes the number minus 4 upon 5. Now moving to the next question. Children, we are little moving faster so that we can, otherwise the video will become too long. So now we are moving to the next question, minus 5 upon 8 and 11 upon 8. Now you can see children, the denominator is 8. So we need to divide one unit into 8 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or else you can do the other method, that is 8. 8 minus 1 means 7. You are going to draw 7 lines, 7 vertical lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Clear? This side also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now first number is minus 5 upon 8 children. Minus 5 upon 8, that means we need to move to the left side. So it is minus 1 upon 8, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. So this is your required number, minus 5 upon 8. We can denote by any letter, say for example M. Now the next number is 11 upon 8. Now see children, this is 11 upon 8. Now here 1 upon 8, 2 upon 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 upon 8. Now since here there is less space, so you will write there 9, 10, 11. That means 3 more divisions will be there. That will be your 11 upon 8. So this question I will solve and send you the PDF of this question. Clear? Okay. So this is your minus 5 upon 8, and more 3 divisions you are going to make it over this side, so that you get 1, 2, 3 divisions, and there will be your 11 upon 8. Now moving to the last question. The last question is you have to show 13 upon 10 and minus 17 upon 10. Your fourth question is 13 upon 10 and minus 17 upon 10. Now see children, 13 upon 10, if we convert this into decimal, that means it will be 1.3. Yes or no? 13 upon 10, that is equal to 1.3. That means your number will be marked 3 divisions after 1. Third division after 1. In other way also you can do it. Now, so only for your knowledge purpose, this will become minus 1 upon 7. Then it will be on the left side, that is a minus 7th division after minus 1. 7th division after minus 1. So like that way, or you can do by a same method, that is, now here it is 10. So 10 minus 1, that is equal to 9. You are going to divide the unit into 10 equal parts, or else you are going to draw 9 vertical line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Same way you can draw. We will divide the parts into 10 equal parts. Now the first number is 13 upon 10. So 13 means the third division after 1. That means this is your right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 upon 10. 11, 12, 13. So this is your required number. This is 13 upon 10. We can denote it by any alphabet, say for example T. And now it is minus 17 upon 10. Minus 1, 7th division after minus 1. 7th division after minus 1. So directly we can start 7th division. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is your minus 17 upon 10. This I can show by any letter R. So here my capital T. Here my T shows, T represents 13 upon 10, and here my R represents minus 17 upon 10. So I hope children you have understood how to show numbers on the number line. Now you can pause the video and copy down this. Okay. Now let's move to the second question of practice set 1.1. Now let's move to the second question of practice set 1.1. Second question of practice set 1.1, that is, now second question. Let us see from the textbook. The second question is saying that observe, see children, observe the number line and answer the following questions. Directly see, observe the number line and answer the following question. Now here there is one number line shown in your textbook. The first question, now you have to observe the number line and answer the question. The first question is, which number is indicated by point B? See students, the question is which number is indicated by point B. So question number 2, first one, which number is indicated by point B? Now see students, first thing, whenever you have to find out what is which number, first thing you see what will be the denominator. Now here you can see that 1 unit. Carefully observe, 1 unit. That means between 0 and 1, this 0 and 1 is divided into how many parts? So it is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parts. Yes or no? That means denominator is 4. So at the side somewhere you can write denominator is, what we are getting, the denominator is denominator equal to 4. Now since this B is on the left side of 0, B is on the left side of 0, Now here you can start counting from minus 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9, minus 10. So this is minus 10 upon 4. That means your first answer is, which number is indicated by point B? So you will write point B indicates minus 10 upon 4. Point B indicates minus 10 by 4. Clear, children? So the first question is, answer is minus 10 by 4. Now let's move to the second question. Which point indicates the number 1, 3 upon 4? So the question is, which point indicates the number 1, 3 upon 4? Second one they are saying. So the number is 1, 3 upon 4. Now since this number is given in a mixed fraction, first we'll convert into improper fraction. So this will be equal to 1 into 4, 1 4s are 4 plus 3, 7, 7 upon 4. So you can write also 1 into 4 plus 3 upon 4, and that is equal to 4 plus 3, that is 7, 7 upon 4. Now let's see on the number line, which point indicates that number. So here children, since it is positive number, move on the right side. 1 upon 4, 2 upon 4, 3, 4 upon 4, 5 upon 4, 6 upon 4, 7 upon 4. That means children, 7 upon 4 is which point indicates that? Letter C. So the number 1, therefore the letter C indicates the number 1, 3 by 4. 1, 3 by 4. Clear? Now let's move to the last question. State whether the statement, the point D denotes the number 5 upon 2 is true or false. Now see, the question is whether the point D denotes the number 5 upon 2. Now we have to find that whether it is true or false. Now let us see, let us start counting after 0. So it is what? 1 upon 4, 1 upon 4, 2 upon 4, 3, 4 upon 4, 5 upon 4, 6, 7 upon 4, 8 upon 4, 9 upon 4, 10 upon 4. So students, D denotes the number, that is 10 upon 4. Now 10 upon 4 we can reduce it to the simplest form. Yes or no? 10 upon 4. So I can say 10 upon 4, 2 5s are, 2 2s are. So it is 5 upon 2. Now what is the question? State whether the statement, the point D denotes the number 5 upon 2. Is it true? So yes students, is it true now? So yes, it is true. You can write true. So with this we have completed practice set 1.1. You can note down students. Okay, now let's move to our next topic for today, that is comparison of rational numbers. Now let us move to the third topic of this chapter, that is comparison of rational numbers. Children, write down the topic: comparison of rational numbers. Comparison of rational numbers. Let us see the different cases of comparison. Now you know what is a rational number. Numbers in the form of a fraction. Now you know in the previous classes you have used the symbols less than, you have used the symbol less than, greater than or equal to. Now in that cases numbers were whole numbers, not in a fraction. So now let us see how we are going to follow, what is the rule for showing comparison of rational number. The first rule says that comparison of a positive and a negative number. Comparison of a positive and negative number. So Now see children, comparison of a positive and a negative number. One number is positive, other one is negative. I'll take an example. For example, suppose one positive number I am taking, that is 7 upon 5, and one negative number we take, say for example minus 8 upon 3. Okay, so this number we are taking. Now see children, it is automatically very clear that all the negative numbers are less than positive numbers. So here you don't have to directly, you compare the number. That means you can write there that you can write 7 upon 5 is greater than minus 8 upon 3, or you can say 7 upon 5 minus 8 upon 3 minus 8 upon 3 is less than 7 upon 5. The first case is whenever you have one positive number, negative number, positive number will always be greater than negative numbers. Okay children, copy the rule. Second rule says that now in case both the numbers are positive, comparison of positive numbers, both the numbers are positive, comparison of positive numbers. Now for example, if both the numbers are positive, say for example, okay, 7 upon 3 and the other number is 5 upon 7. Now you can see that children, 7 upon 3 and 5 upon 7 both are positive. In this case, first thing, whenever this type question comes, first thing you have to see, both are positive, you cannot say directly. So you have to see the denominator. Now both the fractions, both the rational number have the denominator different. So first step, you need to make the denominator equal, which we have already learned in our previous classes, that how to make the denominator equal either by mostly we follow the cross multiplication method. So here I am writing it on the top. Now the question is 7 upon 3 and 5 upon 7. Now cross multiply. So this is equal to, first fraction you will multiply by 7, 7 into 7, and here 3 into 7. The other fraction you will multiply, okay, by 5 upon 7, and that will be multiplied by 3. Now so this is equal to, you can here only you can make the box. So this is equal to 7 sevens are 49 upon 21, and this is 15 upon 21. Now see children, whenever denominator is same, we see the numerator, which we have already learned in our 5th and 6th standard. So now the numerator which is greater, that fraction will be greater. So 49 is greater than 15, that means 49 upon 21 is greater than 15 upon 21. Therefore 7 upon 3 is greater than 5 upon 7. This is your second rule. Okay students, copy down. Now the third rule, let's move to the third rule. The third rule says that, let's move to the third rule. Third one. Now comparison of negative numbers. Third rule, comparison of negative numbers. In case both the numbers are negative, comparison of negative numbers. Children, here both the numbers are negative. Suppose I take the example minus 5 upon 3 and the other one, say for example minus 2 upon 5. Okay, now here both the numbers are negative, so we can, right? So in this case also you have to see the denominator. First thing, make the denominator equal by cross multiplication. So this is minus 5 upon 3, you are going to multiply by 5, and this, okay, and minus 2 upon 5 you will be multiplying by 3. Now so this is equal to minus 5 into this will become minus 25 upon 15, and this is minus 6 upon 15. Now in this case children, as you have observed that on a number line, suppose this is 1 2 positive number and -1 -2 and so on. So on the number line, it is always negative numbers are on the left side, and always we have already learned in our previous classes, greater the negative number, it will be lesser compared it will be less than the smaller number. That means suppose -8 and we have -2, so this -8 will be less than -2. Okay, as on the number line we move left side, we go on moving, the value goes on decreasing, children, value goes on decreasing. So we have learned this in our previous class still. So now here if we take the case of -22 and here is minus, say for example -8, then -22 will be less than -8. So observing this rule here, -25 upon 15 and this is -6 upon 15, so -25 upon 15 will be less than -6 upon 15. Why? Because denominators are same. Greater, you can take it in one way, that higher the negative number, it will be less than compared to the smaller number. Rule becomes different for negative numbers. Is it clear? Okay, and the last one is, there is one rule which we will see, that is called the rule method for comparison of rational number. There is a rule for comparison of rational number. Now rules to compare, there is a, so write down rules to compare, rules to compare rational number. Now see children, what is this rule? This rule says that suppose in general we have two rational numbers, say for example a upon b and c upon d. Suppose we have these two rational number, then this rule says that first we need to cross multiply. So cross multiply means a into d. So the first condition is the first rule, where such that a and b both are positive numbers. A and b, your a and this all are positive numbers. So the first rule says that in this, if we cross a into d, if you find out a into d, okay, and b into c, first thing you need to cross multiply a into d and b into c. Then the first rule says that if a into d is greater than b into c, okay, a into d is greater than b into c, then children, then your a upon b will be greater than c upon d. Okay. Second rule says that if a into d is less than b into c, then your a upon b will be less than c upon d. And the third rule says that if a into d is equal to b into c, then a upon b will be equal to c upon d. Okay, so this is some rules to compare the rational numbers. In question, sometimes there is no fixed rule. Directly also you can compare the rational number, until unless it is mentioned that follow the rules and compare the rational number. When it is in the question specified that use the rules to compare the rational number, in that case you will use the rules to compare the rational number. So these three rules are there for comparison, and you have to learn the rules by heart. So just copy down children these rules. Here instead of a upon b and c upon d, we will have some numbers. We will take some examples also on this once we start with it. So copy down these rules. Clear? Okay. Now with this we move to practice set 1 point. With this we move to practice set 1.2. Practice set 1.2. Now practice set 1.2. Compare the following numbers. Practice set 1.2. Compare the following numbers. The first one is -7 and -2. See children, both are negative numbers. So minus 7 and this is minus 2. As I had already told, as we move on the left side, the value becomes less. So minus 7 will be less than minus 2 directly without any calculation. Now second one, 0 and minus 9 upon 5, always on the number line. 0 is in the center. All negative numbers are less than 0. 0 is less than the positive number. We know that. Therefore, here also directly we can write 0 is greater than minus 9 upon 5. Third one, 8 upon 7 and 0. Therefore, 8 upon 7 will be greater than 0 because positive numbers are greater than 0. Fourth one, minus 5 upon 4 and 1 upon 4. Now here children, one negative and positive number, therefore, so this will be equal to, this is equal to minus 5 upon 4 is less than 1 upon 4, or you can write 1 upon 4 is greater than minus 5. Anyways, you can write down. Now fifth one is 40 upon 29 and 141 upon 29. Here you can see children, both the denominators are equal. Last time also we had studied in fifth also, when both the denominators are equal, we need to see the numerator with the greater value will be greater. Therefore here we can say 40 upon 29 is less than 141 upon 29. Clear? Now next one, sixth is same, minus 17 upon sixth one, minus 17 upon 20, and we have minus 13 upon 20. See children, therefore minus 17 upon 20 and this is minus 13. As we say, both the denominators are same, so we need to see the numerator. Minus 17 will be less than minus 13 upon 20. Now seventh one is your 15 upon 12 and we have here 7 upon 16. Now in this case, you have to, here both the denominators are different. So in this case, you need to make the denominator equal. Now here see children, there are many ways. Directly, this first fraction you multiply by 16, second fraction you multiply by 12. Okay, but since it becomes a bigger number, you can follow other method. We can do it 15 upon 12. Now this both number goes in your 3's table. So it is 3 5s are 3 4s are. Okay, so I am getting 15 upon 12 as 5 upon 4. This is 7 upon 16. So I am getting 5 upon 4 and this is 7 upon 16. Now see children, we have to make the denominator same. So here 5 upon 4. If this 4 I multiply by 4, so 4 4s are 16. If this 4 I multiply, and here I don't have to multiply by any number, instead simply 1 I can multiply. So if this first fraction if I multiply by 4, so 5 upon 4 multiply by 4 and this is 7 upon 16. So this is 20 upon 16 and this is 7 upon 16. Now denominators are equal. So your 20 is greater than 7. Therefore 20 upon 16 is greater than 7 upon 16. Now remaining two sums, 9th, 8th, 9th, 10th. 3 sums students you will try and complete it for homework. Some more sums I shall send for doing the homework, and that you can do in your homework book. That will be a second assignment. Clear? If you have any doubt, you can WhatsApp on the number. Okay. Thank you for watching.